Straight to the point. Back at it again. Hit the like button. Sub to the channel if you're not a member. And hit the notifications to get all of my content, all of my videos. Salute to the whole entire LDBC, the Lions Den basketball, boxing community. And salute to all of the people that rock with me. Day ones, new subs, and the people that don't sub or don't rock with me. Hey, I appreciate y'all too. Let's get right down to business, okay? Yeah, let's get right down to business. Now, as you know, Ant-Man is one of my favorite players. He uh, he has something special that he brings to this game that not very many people can. I like his work ethic. I like his progression as a player. You know, some of the stuff he does. You know what I'm saying? I kind of I kind of question. But the one thing I don't question is Anthony Edwards' passion and his drive and his heart and his will and his dedication. And you know, he has, while he's drawn Kobe comparisons and MJ comparisons and everything, I've always stood on this. I've always said that, you know, those comparisons are warranted, and we could go ahead and say that. But the question is he going to be able to live up to that, and is he going to be able to go above and beyond that? And he had already said that he's not trying to be like MJ or any of that. Please hit that like when you come in here. All right, hit that like when you come in here. He already came out on record and said basically that he does not want to be like MJ, which you know you can't respect. But the one thing that I do respect, and I gotta give Anthony Edwards, Ant-Man, his props on, is the fact that he went to MJ for advice. You know what I'm saying? We can all sit here and act like um, Kobe didn't go to Michael for advice, or many of these other players that will not tell you that they went to MJ for advice. All these players out here that that's retired and everything. A lot of these players talk to MJ. They're not going to come out and say it. Kobe, I mean, it's on record and you've seen it. They've talked. You know what I'm saying? He's already told people that he has. So getting back to Ant-Man, who better than to talk to than MJ, especially when it comes to what he's asking advice about. And what it has to do with is how he dealt with double teams. Anthony Edwards is going through a season where I've already said this in the beginning, that he's experiencing what Kobe had to go through and what Mike had to go through early on in his career. You have to understand, Ant-Man really hasn't been getting double teamed like that. Now now he's seeing that, okay, he's pretty much the only threat on his team. The only offensive threat on his team. I mean, Julius Randle is the offensive threat, but I mean, he's not the offensive force that Anthony Edwards is. He's not the superstar, and he's definitely not the shooter that Ant-Man is, and he doesn't have the offensive prowess that Ant-Man does. And I like Julius Randle, but he of course he's not going to get doubled like Ant-Man is. because of his explosiveness, him being super fast and super quick, and his agility, all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I applaud Ant-Man on this. I think that him going to MJ, it it shows that he wants to get even better. He wants to improve his game. He wants to improve his craft. You said Ant-Man don't need to go to MJ. He need to figure it out himself. That's cap, Steven. That's cap. That is cap. You got to understand. MJ went to people for advice. MJ didn't listen. You act like MJ was Superman. No, MJ was super competitive, and he wanted to learn. He learned from other players. He learned. What do you think? How do you think he got himself into tip top season? And was able to study their games and everything like that, and picked up from their games and stuff. And he also was able to, talk to other players and stuff like that. Now, I know that MJ was one of them types. He was kind of sneaky with it. I mean, it was kind of cutthroat a little bit, but he would he would use like kind of that, I guess you could say, like sleeping with the enemy tactic. Like, you know what I'm saying? He'll pretend to be your friend or whatever, and then he'll use that against you type. You know what I'm saying? And gain a competitive advantage or whatever. But um, that's neither here nor there. But MJ did go to other guys for advice, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, it wasn't, he didn't broadcast it to everybody. You said watch MJ videos, practice, go do that. Listen, listen, Steven. See, see, you'll never get what. Listen, if somebody's better than you at something, you always want to be around people that are better than you at something, and it's okay for you to ask for advice and stuff like that. Now it's up to you to put in the work. Players train with players all the time and stuff. They work out with each other and stuff like that. But it's up to you to perform that craft, for you to go out there and execute what's being done. It's up to you to put the work in. It's up to you to be great. Kobe, so you're gonna say that about Kobe, Steven? And don't run. Don't run. Okay, don't run. You know what I'm saying? Because when that smoke get hot and heavy, I notice you wiggle your way out of here. So stay right there, okay? So I'm gonna ask you again. Was Kobe wrong for going to MJ? Because I mean that's what Ant-Man is doing. And believe it or not, it's not just MJ. There's a lot of people that go to Magic Johnson for advice. There's a lot of people that go to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. What you think they're going to Hakeem Olajuwon for? You got a little quiet on that one. You got a little quiet on that one. But like I told you, there's nothing wrong with going to advice. Ant-Man puts the work in. Okay, he puts the work in. You're not gonna. We're not gonna act like he doesn't put the work in. But hey, he just asking who better than the go-to than the goat. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of people's eyes, and ask, okay, how can I deal with double teams? Not true. Not true. That's not true. Who was the champion before Kobe was? And on top of that, did Kobe come into the league winning championships? Because last time I checked, it was Magic. But, Kobe was placed in a different situation. But that's neither here nor there. Like I said, you have to go through growing pains. And there is nothing wrong with getting advice from a guy who you see as superior. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, and that's in life, Steven. You know what I'm saying? Like you're supposed to. If there's somebody that is better than me at something, I'm not gonna be. There's no shame in my game or whatever. What that shows is that you're being stuck. I'm not talking about you, but I'm talking about if you'll be like, oh no, man, I got all this pride. I don't want, man, I get it done on my own. You may never get it done if don't nobody show you. That's how you're supposed to pick other people's brain. You know what I'm saying? Especially people that are better than you. I mean, hell yeah, if you want to sit down and have a conversation with Michael Jordan, one of the best, and many people are the best to ever do it, you know what I'm saying? You better listen. That's why Kobe Bryant was regarded as, and many people are the best to ever do it. The next best to ever do it. What happened? Okay, it don't matter. Listen. What happened to MJ when he lost to the Pistons? What happened to Magic Johnson when he lost when he lost to Boston? You know what I'm saying? What's up, the beautiful Goldilocks in the building? What's up, sweetie? Make sure y'all go sub to Goldilocks. Tea with Goldilocks, man. Hope you're doing all right, sweetie. Like, come on, Steven. You up in here, you bringing up stuff, and plus he's still young. You bringing up the negative side. But look, I'll put to you like this, though. Ant-Man in the next few years, he's going to benefit from this. There was a lot of people that was talking a lot of shit about Ant-Man when he first got into the league or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And now he's progressing or whatever. You got to go through growing pains. Kobe missed the playoffs. Kobe missed the playoffs a couple of seasons or whatever. After Shaq had left, he went through a tumultuous period. There was people talking all types of shit about Kobe. You act like when Shaq left, oh, it was all peaches and cream. Nah, it took them a while. And then they finally got back there in '09. You remember the story? Ain't you 60 or something like that? Come on, man. It takes a while, man. You gotta go in steps. It's not gonna happen overnight. This is a young dude. You know what I'm saying? Ant-Man ain't even in his prime yet. Okay, and so does Ant-Man. A lot of these players work out, but that's only half the. Listen, a lot of it is mental. It's mental too. When he had to face the Pistons, when MJ had to face the Pistons, it wasn't just physical; it was mental. A lot of it was mental. That's just like with Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen didn't come in ready. Like if you look at Jordan's rookie season, he averaged like damn near 28 or something like that. It was like 28. Scottie Pippen, I think he only averaged what, like 5 or 6 points or some shit like that. Barely got minutes on the floor. You ain't even know who the hell Scottie Pippen was. So I'm gonna go to advice. Like, okay, if Goldilocks is good at something, you know what I'm saying? If Goldilocks is a beautiful woman or something like that, and there's a woman that if there's another lady because ladies do it a lot. As competitive as ladies are, as competitive as women are, women will go to other women for advice or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they'll do that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So if there's a woman that be like, hey, how you do this and how you do that or whatever, and she go to Goldie like she might be like, hey, Goldie you have a you cook very good or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or I like the way you do this or something like that. I'm pretty sure Goldilocks would be like, okay, yeah, this is what you do, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? And especially if it's a younger female or something like that that's just seeking advice or whatever. I'll do the same thing. There's plenty of people that come to me advice. You know what I'm saying? And I went to other people for advice. What Ant-Man is doing is showing growth and maturity, man. That's what you got to understand. But you want to sit up here, you want to be like, oh, no, man, you ain't supposed to do that. You got to figure it out on your own. He may never figure that motherfucker out if don't nobody tell him. That's what you're supposed to do, man. All these great CEOs and companies and bosses and people that are successful in their own right and doing this and doing that or whatever, man, they go to advice. They just not telling your ass about it. So hell yeah, I appreciate Ant-Man for doing what he's doing. That's what he's supposed to do. How else is he gonna get better? How else is he gonna win? He was close to winning the championship. It ain't his fault that they made, I think, one of the dumbest decisions by getting rid of Karl Anthony Towns and blowing up the whole team or whatever. That was out of his control. Oh, he got to figure it out on his own. Man, you think these players that go to Hakeem Olajuwon or whatever, they're not getting the tutelage from Hakeem Olajuwon in the offseason? Kobe Bryant went to MJ. Kobe Bryant, he was everywhere. He was learning. He was going to colleges and picking up. He was picking up advice from Krzyzewski. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, basketball is a you got to be a student of the game too. You can't just be a know-it-all. Jordan did the same thing, man. It's documented. Like, Jordan was trying to learn everything, man. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to be a better ball handler. He was trying to be a better this, a better that, because he was so fucking competitive, man. He was so fucking competitive, bro. And part of having a Mamba mentality is being able to know your strengths and know your weaknesses or whatever, and turn your weaknesses into your strengths, man. That's what you're supposed to do. Like Saquon Barkley or whatever. Saquon Barkley, they were like, oh, no, you should just go ahead and retire and all this other stuff. Saquon looked like playing like a goddamn rookie right now, man. He playing like a rookie, man. He still got the speed like he just coming out of Penn State. You said Embiid need advice to be healthy and play more games. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. So, yeah, if you would have said that about Embiid, okay, now we talking. You know what I'm saying? But you getting on Ant-Man talking about, no, he need to figure it out on his own. Nah, you need to talk to a motherfucker like Embiid and tell his ass to get out there and actually touch the floor. You know what I'm saying? You need to talk to a motherfucker like Zion Williamson to get his fat ass out there and actually play and stop making all these fucking excuses and getting on OnlyFans and trying to get with Mariah and be up her pussy and all that shit. No, man, get your ass out there and fucking play, man. It's as simple as that. But y'all talk shit about Jimmy Butler. Y'all say all this shit about Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler was a student of the game. He was trying to learn everything. He was trying to learn from the greats. That's what you're supposed to do. These players, basketball is a fraternity, man. It's a fraternity. These players, they go to different coaches. They go to former players. You know what I'm saying? You don't think people went to the late great Bill Russell for advice? You don't think they went to Wilt Chamberlain for advice? You don't think they went to Kareem Abdul? They go to Kareem Abdul for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for advice? Yeah, that motherfucker man, Goldilocks, man. He was with that porn star Mariah. He be always looking for them Instagram hoes and shit instead of focusing on the game and stuff. And look, man, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? If you want to tear some ass up, ain't no problem with that. But goddamn, stay focused. Wilt Chamberlain was fucking everything moving. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was fucking everything moving. Michael Jordan fucking everything moving. But guess what? They got the Dennis Rodman fucking everything moving. But guess what? They got their work done. That's what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? No, smell like alcohol. You know what I'm saying? Smell like a fifth. You know what I'm saying? Blunt. Probably smoked a little bit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But still, you made it to workouts in the morning time. You understand, Zion have a life outside of basketball. Excuse me? He playing with the church's money. Listen, did you hold on? Wait a minute. Hold on, Steven. Did you really just say that to me? Have a life outside of basketball? Yes, we understand that. We understand you have a life outside of basketball. We understand that shit. But you getting paid millions. And you robbing, like with Goldilocks, she said it perfectly. You stealing the church's money, nigga. You stealing money. Nigga, all you got to do is show up and be healthy. That's all the fuck you have to do. My daughter can do that shit. My son can do that shit. Steven, you got a job, right? If you a supervisor and a motherfucker always showing up late, always hurt, always got some excuse. But you over there, you on OnlyFans, you in the DM, you know what I'm saying? You in Mariah DM all this other time, you know what I'm saying? You all plastered on the news, you know what I'm saying? Talk about you was at this club, you know what I'm saying? You on your knees begging and shit like that, motherfucker. I thought you was injured. You on your knees begging for her more than that's probably why you hurt. Cause you on your knees half the time begging for her ass. Yeah, you got to be able to balance. That's fact, Jody. Like, man, look, bro, these motherfuckers, they just don't got it. Like, well, some of them. You know what I'm saying? Cade Cunningham, guess what? He's shutting up, playing, going to work, doing what the fuck need to be done. That's why the Pistons are in position. You know what I'm saying? Ant-Man, hey, it's all right. He leading the league in 3-point makes. I'm not mad at that. And Minnesota, they still in a relatively, comfortable position or whatever. They, could be better, but he's having to adapt to a whole new environment pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So I give Ant-Man credit, but guess what? Ant-Man playing every goddamn game. Where's Zion at? On the bench, probably knocking on Goldilocks' door. Baby, give me something to eat. give me something or whatever. You know, man. She probably like, man, get your fat ass on somewhere, man. Shit. Like, man, it's just, I don't see nothing wrong with what Ant-Man did. All he did was go ask who a lot of people see the greatest of all time, the guy's shoes who everybody want to rock, you know what I'm saying? You got 2, 3-year-olds that ain't never seen Jordan play, wanting Jordan, or 5-year-olds that want Jays, You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Goldie like she a shoe head. You know what I'm saying? I know she like rocking her shoes. She like J's. You know what I'm saying? You don't see nobody talking about no LeBron. You don't see nobody talking about no other shoes. They want J's. That's what they want. You know what I'm saying? Like, who better than to go to ask for advice? Shit, man, that's what you're supposed to do. And I'm glad MJ was able to do it. Like, that's the thing. MJ was the asshole, yes. You said I'm not a Jordan fan. Uh-oh. But you will rock them J's. If somebody if a nigga came up in there with some 11s, some fresh white 11s, you'd be like, hey baby, here you go. You'd be like, man, you'll snag them in a heartbeat. But okay, I forgot. You into the forces and all that. My bad. You know, Air Force One. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you know, the lows, yeah, Air Max, you know what I'm saying? Night, yeah, you know what I'm saying? She be busting, busting out, you know what I'm saying? Them Denver, come with the hey, you know what though? I be fucking with the Reebok pumps though. The Reebok pumps, the D Browns. What you know about that? What you know about that, Goldilocks? But nah, man, I don't see nothing wrong with it though, Stephen Green, man. Him going to MJ is show's advice. He could have been he and you know what? MJ probably saw it as a lesson too. He was like, look, let me school this young man and let him know about the history of the game too. Because, he came out on record and said that dumb shit that he said, talking about, oh yeah, uh, I didn't know anybody else besides Michael Jordan, that was good in the era and all that other stuff. MJ probably schooled him in that. That was probably a teaching opportunity. You wear dunks, okay. I know, sneakerhead. You know what I'm saying. It's a lot of people that don't really rock J's and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying. Like me myself personally, I'm more in the Air Force Ones because you got to realize Jordan's first shoe was the Air Force One. The style. I've always liked the Air Force One. That's why I like the sheaths. I like the swoosh and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying. But I rock it all. But yeah, you know, you know, what's it called? Ant Man, and I like the Ant Mans too. Um, Goldie, them Ant Mans, they go hard too. I don't know if you like the Ant Mans too. I like the pennies. I rock them all. You said Air Max. Air Max, I rock better than Jordan. Yeah, a lot of people into you know, they don't really like Jordan. Like I've never been like, oh yeah, I gotta have my hands on Jordans and stuff like that. It ain't never been that crucial to me. You know what I'm saying? The real, what's going on? What's going down? How you feeling, bro? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we up in here, man. We, Steven up in here talking about, yeah, Ant Man shouldn't have went to MJ and shit like that. Look, hey, the real. If MJ was, let's say you was playing MJ, the real, and you had to go to MJ for some advice, would you ask him for some advice? That's what the camp is for. What you think these motherfuckers go to his camp? Like, that's another thing. Like when if you go to like an NBA camp, if you go to a camp where there's NBA players and shit like that, nigga, you better ask for advice when you small. Yeah, yeah, them Dennis Rodmans, they do go hard. Yeah, yeah, the Dennis Rodman, the Gary Paytons. Even though Gary Payton capping, I've been there talking about LeBron was a better all around player than MJ. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Yeah, he's still mad because they lost, man. Oh, you like the Deion Sanders? Well, what? Hey, nah. What about the King Griffey's, girl? Shoot. What about the King Griffey's? Ain't nobody. Hey, King Griffey's go hard. You said I would have went to MJ too, but if Kobe, I would have went to him. Yeah, I would have like any But what I was saying though, the real, I would have went to any NBA player though. You know what I'm saying? Like you go to NBA player. Like okay, um, my coach, he knew LJ, right? He was really good friends with LJ. He brought LJ. Grandmama Larry Johnson. He brought LJ over. Man, it was a lot of people asking him. He knew LJ and he knew Moochie Norris. He was friends with both of them. He played with Moochie Norris. I don't know if y'all know who Moochie Norris was. He played in the NBA for a little while. But man, hell yeah, we gonna ask advice from both of them. You know what I'm saying? Whether they were Hall of Fame players, these guys played in the league. You did not play in the league. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Goldie a shoe head. You better not come up in there, man, with some with some scuffed up stuff. You better not come up in there with no Starberries in front of her. Shoot, she will let you have it. Nah, I look. Don't laugh, man. I didn't really get to start wearing name brand shit until like I would say like eighth, probably like ninth or 10th grade, like ninth grade, because we couldn't afford that shit when I was little. Man, I was getting clowned, man. Especially like junior high, man. I got in so many fights. Yeah, man. Like we were going to Payless. I remember one time, man. I tried to draw. I tried to draw the Jordan on my on my shoes, man. I was getting clowned, man, for real. But like my mom did what she could, and then like when she got a starter jacket, when she got a starter jacket for me, man, I was so happy, bro, cause like I thought we had came up. I thought we had came up, but finally in ninth grade, you know what I'm saying? That's when we started coming up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Went to the outlet. She like, yeah, go ahead, get what you got. I'm like, damn, we on the come up for real? You know what I'm saying? I took care of myself since 16. Oh yeah, shoot, man. She said, man, I've been independent since 16. That's how you supposed to do it, though. She like I don't need it. She like, you don't know now, huh? You don't know now, huh? Nikki Steves, what's going on, man? How you doing, bro? Make sure y'all go sub to Nikki Steves out here, man. Sixers fan in the building. Eagles fan. I know he ready for them Eagles. He ready for them Eagles to fly, Eagle, go. You said Anna's made for if he would let his ego slip a little, some of his dumb behavior, he could maximize the potential of being the face of the league. Absolutely, man. Look, man. But players are gonna be players. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen. They said the same shit about Charles Barkley. Like, go listen to a Charles Barkley interview back in the days. Go listen to a Shaquille O'Neal interview back in the days. Hell, Gary Payton was vulgar than a motherfucker. Like back in the 80s and the 90s, you know what I'm saying? But see, them the type of motherfuckers that have personalities or whatever. And see, all this stuff about Ant-Man, he got to clean it up and all this other shit. Well, shit, they said the same shit about like Bernie Mac. The God rest Bernie Mac so, but he was funny than a motherfucker. And actually, Bernie Mac was funny without being funny. He was serious. You know what I'm saying? Like when he had to calm Def Comedy Jam down, you know what I'm saying? He was like, look, I ain't afraid of you motherfuckers. Like, he was really for real. Like, he was really ready to fight. But he was able to control the crowd or whatever. And see, that's the thing. Charles Barkley got a gift. You know what I'm saying? Them guys got gifts. Ant-Man, he got a gift. That motherfucker was on Funny Marco. If you got Funny Marco laughing, nigga, you know you done made it big. I cried when I had to buy my son some shoes from Walmart when he was a baby. Nah, hey, Goldie, don't cry because listen, they not gonna remember that. You know what I'm saying? When they get older, you know what I'm saying? They gonna appreciate that, and they gonna see. Okay, yeah, my mom, she went through the struggle or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Nigga went around, you know what I'm saying, when they wasn't capable to do that or whatever, then he'll be able to understand that. You know what I'm saying? I had to understand my pop wasn't around like that. You know what I'm saying? It was just me and her. You know what I'm saying? Trying to survive or whatever. I didn't understand that. Would I get a little mad? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because people gonna test you, clown you, say whatever. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know the situation like that. Shoes and bags, purses. You know. But nah, man, you got to keep that personality. Charles Barkley, it made it who he is. And look at inside the NBA. Like, people watch inside the NBA for Shaq and Charles Barkley to be going at each other, and there don't be no, oh well, keeping it all clean and stuff like that. Nah, them motherfuckers really be going in on each other. They be going in on each other, and that's what we like. We like the authenticity, the authentic type of debate. You know what I'm saying? The authentic type of debate. We don't want to see no cleaned up shit. You know what I'm saying? This old kumbaya bullshit. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Charles Barkley would tell Shaq in a heartbeat. That's why Kobe carried your ass throughout them years when you was in LA. You know what I'm saying? And that's why Shaq be like, look, man, that's why your ass ain't got no rings. You know what I'm saying? Niggas like that type of shit. Niggas like that type of shit. But I also want to talk about Ime Eudoka. You know what I'm saying? Before I go ahead and ride out real quick. You said the authentic behavior made the inside of it. Yeah, it does. Nikki, you can't lie, man. That stuff is funny. You know what I'm saying? It grabs the audience. That's really like a lot of people, they watch TNT because of Inside the NBA. You said, right, I like people. Yeah, you got to be yourself. Everybody wants y'all to be, well, to the fifth power and all that other Harvey, what's that? My bad. Harvard and Ivy League bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. We get tired of hearing that shit at our jobs. We get tired of hearing that shit at everyday life. We want to be able to kick back. You know what I'm saying? Goldilocks, you know what I'm saying? She want to sip her, a little bit of wine, kick back. You know what I'm saying? The real, you know what I'm saying, probably want to twist up something, be able to laugh. Nicky Steve, you know what I'm saying, probably want to have him a beer, you know what I'm saying, with a little bit of a Philly cheesesteak or something. You know what I'm saying, just chill, you know what I'm saying. Stephen Green, you know what I'm saying, probably got a little Southern comfort in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Some we just gotta loosen up, man. It's not that serious. We take life too serious. Rockets are a year away from being a championship contender. They're playoff ready this year, but need more time. Okay, let's talk about the Rockets. I want to give a shout out to Two Rod for TV. He talked about this yesterday. I have been talking about Ime Eudoka ever since he was in Brooklyn, and ever since he was in Boston. Ime Eudoka, I'll put it to you like this: Boston benefited off of Ime Eudoka. That team is Ime Udoka. Joe Mazzulla, yeah, he had the team and stuff, but Ime Udoka built that team. Um, I mean, on the surface, Ime Udoka had showed that you could take a team. He was given a team of young guys. You had a young, raw, needed to be developed talent in Jalen Green. You had a whole bunch of young guys on that team. You had a tough, rugged but knucklehead motherfucker in Dylan Brooks. You know what I'm saying? You had a guy in Sagoon who needed to develop. You had Jabari who needed to develop. You getting these young guys like the Thompsons and everything like that. These guys don't have a name and shit like that. Nobody's paying attention to Houston. Everybody's like, nah, we're looking at H-Town. We're looking at them like we're looking at the New Orleans Pelicans. We're looking at them like Utah. No, I told y'all motherfuckers last year they went on a run. They won a certain amount of games. I think it was like they went on a 8 to 10 game stretch or something like that. And then ultimately they were at 500. They were close to making a play in. Jalen Green was playing out of this world. Nobody listened to me. Only person that listened to me was the brother Greenleaf. Shout out to Greenleaf. That's his squad. Okay, and I told people Jalen Green is that guy. Everybody, oh, nah, he's not ready. Da, 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 da. He's too immature and all this other stuff. Now look at him. Now look at him. Now look at him. The Rockets got the third best record in the league. They got the third best record in the league. They're beating teams and they're beating good teams too. But you see, Nicky Steves, I'm glad you brought that up. Nobody's paying attention to him and nobody's taking him serious. And that's what I like. See, it comes a time when you start, not paying attention to some of these young teams and stuff like that. You're like, oh nah, OKC ain't gonna be good. Well, guess what? They at the top of the league. Oh nah, Cleveland, they ain't gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? Man, forget them. Guess what? They at the top of the league. The Rockets, they ain't gonna be good. They at the top of the league. These teams, they were once the laughing stocks of the NBA. All three of them. They like people would really the Rockets not so much. I mean, a couple years they had a little bit of a drought after the James Harden era or whatever. But I love what Ime Udoka is doing. You know what I'm saying? I love what he brings to the table. I love the fact that he's taking this young talent and he's molded this young talent. That's the same thing that he did while he was in Boston. And look, the fact that he was able to go to Boston and get that win and show these guys, man, you fucked up. That was a great thing. They did Ime Udoka wrong. And I don't often agree with Stephen A. Smith, but I gotta agree with him on this. They did him wrong. If y'all gonna fire Ime Udoka and let him go or whatever, you pretty much need to get rid of all that staff that's up in Boston and some of these NBA front offices too. Because Ime Udoka is not the only one that was that was doing that. And besides, that's his personal life, man. Y'all just wanted to find something on him because you knew that guy was being successful. The guys were responding to him. The guys were buying into what he was selling. And that's why, the Rockets, they could listen. I said if anybody could beat OKC out of the West, it could be the Rockets. It could possibly be the Rockets. You know? But Ime Udoka, he preaches defense. He's a defensive-minded coach. Throws the offense in there. He knows how to zero in on the guy. That how he was able to make Kevin Durant's life a living hell when you had to play against him. That was remarkable. He's intelligent, and I think that Ime Udoka, I could see Ime Udoka winning multiple championships. I could see he's the type of coach that I think could go back to back. He's the type of coach that he's going to develop his own tree. Like, you know how Doc Rivers got his tree? Popovich got his tree. He came from the Popovich and everything. If you come from the Ime Udoka tree, oh man, you are going to learn some things. Because not only do you have Ime Udoka and you have his brain and his coaching philosophy, you got Greg Popovich's coach's philosophy all wrapped up into one. And you got to respect that shit. You have to respect that shit. All I'm going to say is this, right? If y'all are sleeping on teams, like, and even with the Pistons too, with J.B. Bickerstaff, I don't think he gets enough credit either. Like, these teams that y'all are sleeping on right now, man, y'all better go ahead and wake up. I'm telling you now. H-Town is for real. And this team is serious. What they're molding. And listen, if they lose, guess what? They don't have nothing but time. They don't have nothing but time. That's what I was saying about the Commanders. That's what I was saying about the Washington Commanders in football. Jaden Daniels, so what, he lost? Guess what? He'll be back next year. He's ready to get back into the lab and get better. And that's what H-Town is fitting to do. They got better just this season. They went from not even making the playoffs to now the third best record in the league. And listen, the media got to talk about it. They know what's going to drive the ratings. Man, people don't want to see no old-ass motherfucker no more flying up and down the court. They want to see some young, new, fresh talent. The guys that going to play defense. These guys play both ends of the floor. These guys bringing energy, hustle. They going in and they sucking the life out of all these motherfucking stadiums. They beating Cleveland. They beating Boston. All these big ass teams that everybody got a market on. Oh yeah, we like these guys or whatever. Nah, H-Town said, nah, we coming up in here and we're going to kill the party. You said these youngins are balling in the NBA. Absolutely. Salute to Angelo Bell in the building, bruh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I love it. I love it. That's why the ratings are so high. The ratings were high when you saw Cleveland and OKC. You know why? You got fresh new talent out there. You know what I'm saying? Got some new faces or whatever. Oh, we don't know this guy, but this guy athletic. We don't know this guy, but this guy got handle. We don't know this guy, but this guy could jump out the gym. We don't know these guys, but they running up and down the floor. You ain't got no motherfucking old ass motherfuckers trotting and, you know what I'm saying, being all, disgruntled and all that other shit. Man, get them niggas up out of there, man. Get some new niggas that want to play, man. Get some niggas that want to give heart, hustle. Niggas that's gonna meet each other at the rim. Not, you know what I'm saying? Going at each other. That's why I think De'Aaron Fox going to San Antonio, it'd be good for San Antonio. Something fresh, a new look. You know what I'm saying? You got a guard that can score. You know what I'm saying? And pass and distribute. You know what I'm saying? Distribute, sorry. And then you got Wembanyama, potential face of the NBA, just like Ant-Man is, you know? But I love it, man. I love what Ime Udoka is doing, bro. And I'm a Ime. Listen, I've been talking about Ime Udoka for a long time, man. I've been talking about him for a long time. When he was in H Town last year, nobody wanted to talk about H. You know, they didn't want to talk about H Town. They were focused on teams like the Timberwolves and the Nuggets and all this other stuff. I wanted H Town to fuck around and make it so they could surprise a lot of people, but they didn't get their opportunity. But now they got their opportunity. They got their opportunity. Now they just got to live up to it. They got to live up to the hype. But Ime Udoka deserves a fight. You know, Wemby is my guy. Man, Wemby is my guy. Listen, if you hating on Wemby, something is seriously wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Why would you hate on a guy? Like I never understood this shit, okay? Why would you hate on a guy, right? First off, he's 7'4", okay? 7'4", 7'5", or whatever. Like, you can't guard this motherfucker. Okay? Like, you won't be able to block his shot. The nigga's shooting 39% from three-pointer. And he's leading the league in blocks. On top of that, he already understands the pick and roll. He's a 7'4" giant that can run in transition. He's a 7'4" giant that can handle the rock. And not no sloppy handles. He will cross your ass up. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you hate on this motherfucker? Why would you hate on him? No, that's a nigga that you want on your team. Nigga, so what? He ain't got no post game. He'll get a post game, let him develop. Y'all act like all these motherfuckers that came in were fully developed, man. That's what kills me. And then when they develop, then when they start getting good, then when they start, evolving, and you see their game, then they be like, oh yeah, we like Wimpy. Nah, keep that same energy that you had for him in the beginning, saying that he couldn't do this, saying that he couldn't do that, all this other stuff. Nah, man, Wemby, and on top of that, he durable. I'd rather have his ass than some of these other lame motherfuckers that just want to sit down and shit. Nah, man, I fucks with Wemby. I fucks with Wemby heavy, man. But nah, man. I mean, look, bro. Just getting back to what I was saying, man. Before I go ahead and roll up out of here. Um, Ime Udoka, bro, is is showing that you can make you can make defense very pretty if you really want to. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he's doing. And what I mean is that he's a defensive minded coach and still able to do the necessary things to make basketball entertaining. Yes, Houston, they play hard. They're physical. They're scrappy. You know what I'm saying? They're young, energetic, athletic, and everything. But at the same time, they're still flamboyant. You still a little entertainment to them. You have young, bright guys on there. You could have at least 3 stars on that team the way that they play. You know what I'm saying? And they all share the ball. They're having fun out there. Ain't no egos. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's holding each other accountable. That's because Ime Udoka is rubbing off on them. You know, but y'all don't want to have these type of conversations. Y'all want to have this everyday, LeBron James, every 24/7, 365. Nah, y'all gonna have to learn to talk about something else. Y'all gonna have to learn to talk about somebody else, man. You gotta learn to talk about somebody else. Some of y'all motherfuckers talk about LeBron James so much, I wonder if y'all dream about this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wake up thinking about this motherfucker. I mean, goddamn, man. Did the nigga like do something to you that bad, nigga? Goddamn. You know, can you diversify your conversation? You know, so. But anyways, man, I'm about to go ahead and roll up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up. First off, man, make sure y'all go sub to the beautiful queen Goldilocks. She's on the come up right now. Tea with Goldilocks. Make sure y'all go sub to the brother Stephen Green too as well, and also go sub to the homie Nikki Steves too as well. Yeah, with the Sixers. Hey, shout out to my Sixers. Hopefully we can do it. Hopefully we can do it, Angelo Bell. Hopefully we can do it, man. But shout out to the whole entire LDBC Lions and basketball boxing community. And salute to everybody that rock with me. Till then, man, straight to the point. I'll let y'all.